What up? We're back at it. So, a little something here. Just wanted to give a huge thank you to everybody following the channel. We've almost got our 2,000 subs, but based on my app, it shows we're at the 4,000 watch hours. So we're like right there at getting monetized. There's a couple different, there's a discrepancy in my app. So it's like one spot it shows I got 4,050 watch hours, and another one shows I got like 3,900. So I don't know what to make of it, but we're right there. We're getting really close to getting monetized and making this a real thing. So thank you guys so much for following and joining in on all this crazy car stuff. But anyways, enough of that. What we're doing today, we are getting the Mustang prepped and ready for a small tire race tomorrow down at Mocan Dragway in Asbury, Missouri. I got the oil changed, new filter and stuff on it. I'm bringing new spark plugs. I was going to change them, and then I was like, maybe I'll wait. And that might bite me in the ass, but I got new plugs to put in it. And one thing I want to do is I want to let everybody know, for those of you that have been on the channel for a while, you know what this is. You know the story behind this car. My 96 Mustang SN95. This is a car I got from my brother. He had bought it and raced it for a year and then decided he wanted to let go of it. So I bought the car as a roller. The car's had a couple different motors in it. Like I said, I got it as a roller. It currently, the engine that is in it is a stock bottom end L33 5.3 VS Racing S488 96 T4 housing. I did put the Gen 2 or the next gen cover on it. So this actually had the old style cover on it because it's the old turbo. This turbo's been on the car, or on this car and on the truck, for about 4 or 5 years. About 4 or 5 years of use out of that thing. You know, basically eBay, turbo manifolds. I built all the crossover pipe, all the intercooler pipe and everything's all built here at my little bench. Car has a Scoggin Dickey SDR 232, 236 cam, like an off-shelf cam from Scoggin Dickey down in Texas. Been a great little camshaft. I actually really like this cam. It definitely likes the RPM, and the 5.3 likes to give it. But Turbo 400, I have no idea who built it. Circle D 258 millimeter billet converter. It's not the bolt together one. I think the 252 is the bolt together. The 258 is just the standard like 9.5 inch converter or something. Been a great converter, but we are going to try to go down to Mocan and lean on this thing because we put a bigger map sensor in it. We put the low dollar 4-bar in it. The car did have the GM 2.5 bar, and the last trip out of the track we were right there flirting with the edge of the map sensor, and it actually bit me on the last pass we made where the car ran a 545 at 129, but it was cutting out before the 60 foot and just not a good clean pass. We run more boost. That was more boost than we'd ever tried to run through the car. I might have got a little carried away there, but tomorrow the weather's going to be cool. The DA is going to be good, and we should be good to go out there and try and lean on this thing. We are going to try and go rounds. It's going to be the last time the car's out this year, so I really want to try and see if we can better the 545. I kind of want to get in the 520 zone, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. Also, the car is running South Bay 1650s. South Bay fuel injectors. They've been a part of my race program for many years now. I've got their injectors in everything I own, everything I build. The Sport front-wheel drive Civic's got 2200 South Bays in it. Like I said, this one's got the 1650s or 1600s, I think is what they're called. The all-fuel stainless injectors. So huge thanks to those guys and all the people that have been involved in this build along the way. We definitely have some more stuff coming for it. Hopefully we can get this thing to be a competitor in some of the local small tire races. But anyways, yeah, we're headed down south. 301 Streetcars putting on a charity race down at Mocan Dragway, Asbury, Missouri. We're gonna get loaded up, take this thing up, get it washed, and then we'll catch you guys in the morning when we get down to the drag strip. Well, we made it to the track. We're about 10 minutes too late, so we couldn't get a class. They wouldn't sell me a tech card, so it pretty much was like, well, you can come and spectate, that's about it. So chip draw started early, so I didn't make the chip draw. So they're basically like, yeah, sorry you made the trip for nothing. I was like, well, piss on that, I'm coming in. And then a good buddy of mine knows the people putting this race on, and went and talked to them. And they're like, well, maybe we can squeeze them in between rounds to get a couple test passes in. I was like, at that point, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, just, I want to make a couple passes. I want to try and break this personal best. So that's what we're going to do. They're going to try and squeeze me in between rounds. So I got to get my shit together. Car's unloaded. Put a little heat in it. I'm going to pull the tune up. I'm just going to have to get after it pretty hard. I was going to try and creep up on it, thinking I was going to get a half a dozen passes today. With the new map sensor, I wanted to creep up on it, but apparently that's not an option. So I guess I'm just gonna put a spicier tune-up in it and hope for the best, hope the fuel's good, and I'll just see what happens. So anyways, pull the tune-up real quick, make those changes. So I got to pick his car number.
That is about the cleanest SC95 I've ever seen.
All right, so our first pass, the car went a 549, left on 11.5 pounds, which was kind of what I was wanting to leave on, but I was watching the boost gauge on the display. But yeah, I left on like 11. You can see the staging inputs on. Right there, I let go of the button. It's 11.5 pounds. You can see the boost target comes up. I had like a 1.2 second target ramp, and it's pretty much where it made peak boost. 1.2 seconds into the run, was at 22.5 and kind of flirted with like high 21 to 22.5, so within like a pound and a half. You can see 22, 21.9, 22.5. So yeah, it kind of tickled there. So 26 pounds, made about 22.5 pounds, which is basically the air's a lot better today. I think the altitude right now, the DA's 1,200 foot, 12 or 1,300 foot. And I'll throw the clip of the draggy slip in here too. It shows the DA and stuff at the top of it. But I think I'm gonna try and throw maybe 2 more pounds on the brake, try and see if I can get it to leave on like 13, 14. And then see, because what did it make for RPM? That should have been like 3,700. Yeah, 3,700. Yeah, try and keep it there, and then throw a little bit more boost on the brake. Like I said, try and make it around like 12 or 13 instead of 11.5, and then maybe ramp it up. We'll probably throw 30 pounds of dome at it, so hopefully it'll make somewhere in the ballpark of like 26 ish. So make a tune-up change here, and we'll get back out there and make another lick whenever they call me out. Well, it ran a 542 and 127. Had a bunch more power in it. It went a 125 60 foot, and then 350 at the 330, but I'd already pedaled it by then, and then a 542 at 127. So we'll pull the log and see what happened. Well, that was a really short day. We got 2 passes. Took us about 2 hours. We got here at 3. It is now 5. We got the car loaded up. Everything's loaded up. Everything's ready to go. And yeah, pretty much from the time we made our first pass, roughly 3:45-ish, to the last pass was 4:45. So a couple hours is what it is, you know. But the car ran a PB at 5:42. That pass, if you look at the data log, was a shit pass. I was all in and out of the gas. The car started to power wheelie past the 60 foot, and I had to pedal a couple times, and I pretty much pedaled it from before the 60 foot until the 330. The car drove out of the groove, probably needed an anti-roll bar adjustment, and then still ran a PB in and out of the gas. So got some work to do. I don't know if this car will be out again this year. I'm getting text. I don't know if we'll get the car out again this year. Next weekend we get the Civic out, and we'll try and get it out and hopefully run a PB with it. And if not, you know, pretty much it's the end of the season. I was hoping to have the BK out again. It's not going to be done. I don't have the time or the money to finish it, especially trying to get this thing to the track to run a PB again. I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe our track will open and we'll get a nice day or two and they'll let us go out and test. I don't imagine the track will be good if they do open it. It's going to be a virgin track. There is no rubber down on it. So, and this car pretty much only wants to go down in flypaper, but it is what it is. Like I said, new PB, so that's awesome. And it was a PB on a shit pass. So this thing definitely has more to go. I don't know what the plans are as far as changing anything this winter. So I may just leave it alone and we'll just bring it out and see if we can better the time with this setup. And then maybe we'll change it again over winter or over summer next year or something. I don't know. But I really don't want to change it. I just want to leave it how it is. I just want to get the most out of this setup as I can, and not have to change anything. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Keep following. We'll see you on the next one.